So, yes, I'm bringing a review of a most anticipated one-of-a-kind type of game, something that's actually changed, I guess, the rules of gaming, and we're talking about Dreams. And it's from the makers of Little Big Planet and such games like that. Although, I have found myself to enjoy this game plenty, and I've had a lot of ideas and plans in order to make my own type of game. I'm not going to tell you what it is because this is where I'm getting at. The game is fun. The campaign, the story mode, I guess you could say, it's got a little bit of everything except there's levels in it to where you just want to breeze right through it, and then there are levels that you actually enjoy immensely, and you actually do get a lot of inspiration from that campaign. But I'm not going to talk really bad about it. It's not that it's a bad game. On the contrary, it's like I said, it just sets a whole new, level of gaming. But I've seen some, I don't know, rather concerning things about it, also coming from a creator's point of view. I know that this game was meant in order to give people the ability and the opportunity to come up with their own games. There's rumors of monetization on these games and everything, and I've seen a lot of people use the tools given to them in order to make yet other versions of so said games like Mario, Sonic, Final Fantasy VII, and I get it. They're very beloved games and people want to see if they can pull it off. But this game was literally given to us in order for us to use our imaginations and our originality in order to create something different, not so that we can copycat other different types of games or other developers or studios or anything like that. So that's one of the things I have a problem with, considering the fact that we don't know if there's any kind of infringement on copy protected material. We don't know if Nintendo's ever going to get involved because of this, or any other developers or any other studios for that matter. So I kind of hope that people stop doing the whole let's do another Mario, let's do another Sonic, let's do another Naruto games and stuff like that, because quite frankly I hope it never gets to that. But well, whatever. So now we'll get to the point where the topic is now the tutorials, and I gotta tell you, they're not as easy as a lot of people make them out to be. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm speaking on behalf of myself and other people who are not as technologically savvy as I am. I've never really been good at computers or programs or anything like that. And this, even though it's been set in a developers for dummies kind of way, the explanations are very bad. The tutorials are they're a little too fast-paced and a little too patronizing in the way that they explain things to you. They don't do it by step. They don't really think in terms of how can we make it even easier for them to learn how to do these things. They set up all these little, I guess you can say, mini quests for your imps, which is that little cursor that you see right there, the little dog cursor. Those are called imps, which is basically just a pointer or mouse. And I had a hard time on some of the tutorials. Now, I've tried going to YouTube and see if there's any other, content creators that can make the tutorials a lot easier, and it seems to me like the only reason they make them is just to get views or subscribers or likes, because they make it just as hard. They don't do it step by step either. They already know how to do it, just like the developers at and they make it even more difficult for people to follow. I don't know. I do recommend the game if you're very good at computers, if you're really good at following directions or whatever. I do recommend the game, and I also expect people to be a little bit more original when it comes to making these things, the puppets or the sculptures or whatever. I would like for people to be a little bit more original. Stop copying other game characters. Make your own. Design your own. That's the point of this game. Not just, hey, look, we're giving you the tools. Go ahead and copy other developers and studios' artwork and concepts and characters. Because that's just pathetic. It really is. Do your own thing. Don't go out and do someone else's thing. As far as I guess the materials, like the sculptures or the paint jobs or whatever, they're a little grainy for my taste. A little too grainy. I think should concentrate a little bit more on how to make the surface of characters or maps just a little bit more Unreal mechanics, kind of way, or anything like that would be nice for them to make an update. This is just the beginning of the year for this game, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of updates in order to make the tools a lot better, a lot more efficient, making the surface of a lot of the things that you make a lot more slimy or metallic or whatever. But to be honest with you, I would really like for the tutorials to be a little bit more step by step according to a person's pace, because not everybody, I repeat, not everybody is technologically savvy. They need to do things according to what the gamer wants to learn, because not everybody's going to want to learn the music engineering part. Not everybody's going to want to learn how to make the character engineering part. Not a lot of people are going to be wanting to learn the mapping part. They do give you permission. Well, I mean, depending on the person who made the content, they allow people to tweak or remix levels or characters, I guess, in order to help out a bit or contribute. I, for one, don't want to. I don't want anybody to contribute to my ideas or my concepts because they're mine. I won't show what they are, not until I learn these programs to its fullest potential. But until then, yeah, I recommend Dreams. It's a good game, very different. It's in a totally different level, and hopefully with many more updates to come, it will set the bar, and it will be a literal slap to the face of other studios and developers, in order to tell them, hey, you know what, you guys get paid so and so dollars an hour, yet you demand more money. And oh yeah, by the way, the microtransactions thing, as it turns out, it's not just the studio, the ones that add the microtransactions onto these games, like Call of Duty and several other free-to-play games. I found out that, selfishly enough, a lot of the developers behind some of these games have also a part in it, to where they receive a percentage of these microtransactions. So hopefully never actually goes along with this kind of BS, because that would be disappointing. But yeah, get the game, dream away, come up with your own ideas, original please, and hopefully it will be a slap to the face of developers and studios. And until then, thank you for watching. Make sure to leave a comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and